Through the past couple of weeks, I feel this rage welling up, a rage I did not realize was so present in me, a rage I suspect many people have inside, a rage suppressed by what was considered normal before we received the COVID blessing from the universe. I hear you say blessing? People are dying. How can you call that a blessing? I say, people always died, many more than from COVID. I hear you say we suffer from isolation. I go crazy inside. I say, many people with disabilities always lived in isolation. I hear you say, I'm asking my old neighbor if she needs groceries. And I say, did you even know who your neighbor was before? I hear you say, we need to focus on saving lives and create more ICU units. I say, when can we accept that we die at a certain time and that keeping people alive, no matter what, is maybe our own fear of mortality? I hear you say, we lost our jobs, the government needs to pay us. And I say, the streets are filled with homeless and jobless people you never seem to care about. I hear you say, workers are laid off and should be paid compensation. I say, have we challenged their CEOs to share their millions before they send people to the government? I hear you say, the government should bail us out. And I say, we should make the millionaires and billionaires share their wealth that they accumulated by not paying taxes. I hear you say, the oil industry needs to stay alive. And I say, well, the billions that would save the oil industry could transition the filthy, detrimental industry that kills the earth to a sustainable energy industry right now. I hear you say, we thank our healthcare workers for the front lines, for being on the front lines. And I say, finally, some awareness about the people we depend on in our society. Pay cleaners, nurses, and teachers the same as managers and CEOs. I hear you say, we have the right to be safe during this crisis. I say, well, most of the world lived in crisis for decades. What right do you have? I hear you say, I hope soon we'll be back to normal. And I say, normal? If you want to go back to normal, you probably lived in the privileges that were abusive to many, many others. Your privileges and right to comfort were created over the back of many others. There are no rights. There are no rights over the back of others. These are wrongs. Normal was wrong. Normal was a crisis. We should never go back to normal.